Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Let's all hang out a little bit. It'll be fun. We get to hang out. And we're not going to be too long. It's Saturday, right? But we like to make sure that we're always in contact. We're always working with each other. And we get to kind of go over some stuff that we might have missed during the week. I see Leon. Happy birthday. He missed yesterday because it was his birthday, but he's here today. So that's pretty cool. So everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Laura, I'm still waiting for you to email me your new name. Otherwise, I'm going to use the name that I have. I'm just kidding, but email it to me. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, everybody. And we'll give it like another minute. And let's have a little bit of fun. We're going to go through the website. We sent out the partnership today. We're going to walk everyone through that. That's the most important thing of the day. My pleasure, Leon. Happy birthday. I know it's your 21st, so you can finally have a drink. Congratulations. But yeah, I want to walk everyone through signing up for the partnership. What does it mean to you? And allowing anyone to participate in any more Rhino coin if they want to. Next week, we'll really start ramping up even more. But we've had a full week together. I mean, I've been live every single day, and I will always be live every single day. But by Saturday, those that are such loyal members, such loyal rhinos, are like, okay, Ant, we get it, right? Like, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's let our hair down a little bit. It's cool. Hey, Deborah's birthday's tomorrow. Happy early birthday to Deborah. Okay, cool. We have everyone. Well, not everyone, but we're going to start. Let's do a screen share so you guys can see what's going on in the world. All right, so let's move some of this stuff over. All right, cool. So we're going to start on Google and type in distributive marketing. And we always ask that everyone does that because it allows us to get our rankings up. And look, we're number 3, right? No, this is an ad. We're number 4. Can you count? I think we're number 3 because I don't think you count the ad, right? But whatever. All right. So I'm going to click this and put it into the chat. Everyone, if you can, let's follow along together. Now, what you'll find, and I'll give it a minute. And by minute, I mean 10 seconds. What you'll find is Rhino Partners. Click it. Become a Rhino partner. Now, what does that mean? Now, a couple of things. Hi, all. What's up, Abdul? So a couple of things. One, we have stated very clearly that we are giving every member of Rhino 50 Rhino coin per month, just for being a member, because it is important to the platform for the support of the coin that everyone owns the coin. So it's twofold. One, if everybody owns something, then everyone's vested interest is in seeing that value grow. But secondly, which is actually self-fulfilling in its own way, by everyone owning something, everyone is interested in it, everyone has a vested interest in it, and everyone participates in the appreciation together, right? So whenever you're doing something, if those people over there are high-fiving because they made a bunch of money, and you're over here like, oh, darn, I wish I made as much as they did, well, you're not really that happy. In fact, when they come over to you and they're like, hey, I made $1 million, what'd you make? And you're like, I made 1,000. You don't actually feel that good. What's up, Frida? We want everyone to feel that exuberation together. And yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, Ant, you want everyone to feel great. Cool. But it's also a self-fulfilling prophecy. We need everyone to own the coin, for everyone to have a vested interest in the coin, for everyone to move accordingly in lockstep of supporting the coin, which means everyone owns the coin, which means everyone's high-fiving that they did own the coin because now they're all millionaires, right? So it all works together. This platform is not one where anyone's going to say, I'm doing this, you could do that, I'm going to keep all this, and you're going to get scraps, because that's just not the way it's going to happen. This can never be successful if only 1 or 2 people are making money. It's impossible. I need everyone to make millions. I need it. I'm acting in my own self-interest. I need everyone to make millions of dollars for my life to get where I want it to be. So whether you make $1 million because you decide to, or I drag you kicking and screaming, you're going to make it. So that's that. All right, so so what is Rhino Partner? Duh, let me get back to that. So in everyone receiving those 50 coin, it's because you opted into the partnership platform. Because once you opt into the partnership platform, you're able to opt in and I have your data, right? Like I have your name, I have your email address. Once I have that, then I could go ahead and send you the certificates for your ownership in Rhino Coin. Upon doing so we know you have to do this to get the coin. So go do it, right? So you click here, and as you can see, I've already done this, right? So that's why it's not asking me for my name or my email, but this is my link. This is my affiliate link, right? So if I copy the link and I offer it to Michael Smith. Michael Smith, hey, Michael Smith, here's my link, go check it out. Michael Smith puts it in. Where's Michael Smith get taken? Right to the site, which means our site is everyone's site. You own it just as much as I do. Because when Michael Smith now goes to the site, he goes, oh, wow, this is really cool. Yeah, I want to join tonight's meeting. He goes ahead and signs up for tonight's meeting. When that happens, now your affiliate, your partnership gets credited with 1. He doesn't actually need to go to the meeting. He just needs to sign up that he's going to go to the meeting, because then we're able to receive his name and email, and we could go ahead and send him correspondence. For that luxury that you are offering us, but everyone, because again, the value of the coin is dependent on the members on the platform and the commerce back and forth. Therefore, every bit that you contribute is contributing to all of us. See, a lot of people like getting into something. They're like, okay, I'm going to get into this because it could go to $1 million. And then they just sit there. Did like someone earlier in someone's life convince you that you just make money by doing nothing? Is that what people believe? That, okay, I'm just going to do this and good. No, you got to do something. We're doing this together. I created a company that I want to share with everyone, because if everyone has ownership in it and we're all going in the same direction and the direction benefits all of us, then we effectively change the world. So no small feat, but that's my goal, to be the person that changes the world. And like everyone's mother always said, well, then go do it, right? Whether you win or lose, go do it. And I will never lose based on lack of effort, right? Because here I am. So every time you send somebody to that site, which by the way, you could send out 1,000-person email, hey, everyone go do this, and you are really, really banking at that point. Every time you do that, if you read this, Rhino affiliate program rewards you with 10 Rhino coin for each person you refer to the webinar. So every month you're going to get an updated certificate of your Rhino coin, of how much Rhino coin you have, how much you earned by directing other partners, other people to the website. So that's what you get. So you get the 50 coin per month, and you have the opportunity and responsibility, really, because you're responsible to all of us, because we're all working together, of sending people to the platform, in which case you're on the live. This is what the live looks like. It's not like we're sending people to like a really dark, scary place. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. We're all here together. It's me, it's you. So it's a really, really great opportunity. Okay. So for those that are new, and I see a bunch of new names, what is the Rhino coin? Well, first, what's the Rhino platform, right? I'm going to try to make it so super duper simple today, because I don't want to get in an hour, hour and a half yelling tangent like I do every single day. I need to be able to make it more simplified. So rather than trying to paint the big super duper duper picture, which takes me a long time to do, let me just paint like a really clear picture. Okay, here we go. 1% of the population on this globe own 99% of the wealth. Okay. Because of that wealth disparity, that 1% live a very different life than the other 99%. Okay. Because of that wealth disparity, that 1% is able to leverage and enslave. What I mean by that is they could go ahead and make sure you see what they want you to see. They control Congress, they control corporations. Because they're only 1% of the population, they're able to monopolize amongst themselves. They're able to collude. If you only have 1%, just 1% of the population owning everything, it's conceivable that they could talk to each other. Hey guys, I'm going to do this. Are you on board with this? Okay. Yeah, it's them. We'll do this. And yeah, no, we got the tax breaks coming through. You made sure you did that. Okay, good. And if you think I'm like out of my mind, think about your life right now. Do you think your life is worth like 1 trillion times less than Jeff Bezos' life? Do you think you're not a hard worker? Do you think you really have been given everything you earned? Do you think that living paycheck to paycheck or worrying about money or savings and all that other stuff is something that you deserve? Now, it's not about what you deserve, but do you even have a fair shot? Can you? Anyway, so that's the part that bothers me. People don't have opportunity. People are being put in a position because the fairness has been taken away. Because the 1% is a very, very small population. It's only 1%. So they're able to dictate all terms. Like, for instance, COVID, right? COVID happened. Let's go ahead and make these businesses essential, these ones non-essential. All the big businesses stayed open. Everyone that was a small business got crushed. Their customers left. They couldn't reopen. They didn't know when they could reopen. They got arrested for reopening. They got enhanced unemployment. They maybe got a PPP program. They're then accountable to the government. The government takes it away. Now you don't have any more enhanced unemployment. Now you got to pay your mortgage. We took that away. Now go out there and go ahead and get yourself a job. Open up another business. Oh, I can't open another business. All my people are now doing it digitally. They work with Target. Oh, too bad. Go get a job. Okay, I go get a job. 22, 23 an hour. That's great. But everything that I've ever bought is through the roof in inflation because the government printed all this money during the whole period of time to bail out the big companies. And where did the money go? Didn't go to you and I, right? So it's really disgusting. With that being said, like Monopoly, right? We're talking about monopolies, like Monopoly. When you're playing with your friend in Monopoly and they own everything like Boardwalk, Park Place, and they have all the money, what do you say? Well, this isn't even, there's no point in playing. I'm out of here. And what does your friend say every time? No, come back. I'll let you go around one more time. I'll let you get free parking. I'll give you some properties. Because in the game of Monopoly, once the game ends, the game's over. It doesn't matter who won anymore at that point because it's over. That's life. You're born, you live, you die. When you die, there's none of it matter, right? So while you're living, you want to be able to take the most advantage. You want to be in charge. You want to be the winner of the game. But if the game ends, then you have to play a new game. And nobody wants to go find a new game when you have a game that you're already winning, right? Like you're not up 100-0 and say, okay, I'm up much. Let me start over and let everyone start back at 0. No, you want to stay at that. But if the people you're playing say, hey, we have 0 and we can never get up, we're leaving, then you're forced. Then it's a problem. And what do I mean by that? Okay, we're getting to somewhere. The 1% that own 99% of the wealth are under the illusion that they have all the power. In fact, this illusion is so strong that the 99% that only share 1% of the wealth actually think they have no power. It's the most crazy thing I've ever heard. So you're telling me 1% of the population has all the power because they have the money? Are you out of your freaking mind? Do you know what the 99% of the population has? 99% of the population. Which means for every 1%er, there's 99 times that person on the other team. Which means that the 1%er that owns the big business, let's say CEO of Target, right? Whatever. What happens to the CEO of Target if all of a sudden he has no more customers? What if the people at the Monopoly table got up and said, we're not playing your game anymore? That you have taken such advantage of us that we no longer care to play your game no more. What would happen to Facebook? What would happen to Google? What would happen to Target? What would happen to Walmart? What would happen to Nike? What would happen to fill in the blank if they had 0 customers? They'd go bankrupt. And not only, and you know what's really great about rich people? When they go bankrupt, they don't go to 0. They go far below 0 because they owe all the debt, right? They've issued bonds, they have employees, they have assets, they have bankruptcy courts, they have creditors, they have debtors. When they have no customers, they go like negative billions of dollars. They have a real problem. Meaning the position you're in right now, which you're obviously over 0, but probably not by much because none of us really are over 0 by that much, is a dream to them because they're living on this life where they have trillions. You take their customers away, they have negative billions, which means they're now begging you. And they do so. You just don't see it. No one allows you to see the power you have. Companies beg you every single day to be their customer, but you think it's just a whole bunch of people fighting over you, which it is. It's a bunch of rich people coming up with different marketing ploys. Oh, these people are BLM. These people are Antifa. These people are like women that don't like abortion. these people are against Kenosha, so they go ahead and message those messagings to you. Like if you ever watch a Target commercial, it's like all light-skinned black people. And that's nothing against it, but you got to remember that they go ahead and choose who they put in the commercials, which means they're trying to reflect the demographic they're trying to win over, which means they've identified this demographic as one that they believe that they could win over, that they could trick. And whether it's Target or whatever commercial, look at the people they put in it. That's the people they're trying to win. Look at what they're doing in the commercial. That's what they're trying to project your life is. They're trying to resonate with you to win you over. It's a disgusting, disgusting world marketing is. So how about if we just left it? We said, all right, guys, peace, goodbye. That's what Rhino is. See, on Rhino, this is what the platform actually is. It's a free platform. We welcome everyone onto it. We have many different offerings, but the most important offering is our Rhino University. Our Rhino University, actually, I have it right here. Let's do it together. Okay. So this explains what Rhino University is, but I'm right here, so we don't need to watch it, right? What Rhino University allows you to do is whether you have an existing business or you're an entrepreneur that's thinking up a business, you're able to go ahead and submit it. This submission comes directly to me in our business department. Every one of us is completely accountable to you, to now building this business with and for you. Upon building this business, we then place it on Rhino Marketplace, right? Submit, cool, comes to us. Now, we just launched last week, so you're only going to see 4 here. Every week, there's going to be progressively more. That business, once we build it for you, and not build it like it's got to be successful over like a 10-year span. No, we made a website with you, or you have a website. We were able to put a blurb together. We were able to go ahead and streamline your business process. Comes onto our marketplace. Now, let's take a step back. Why is the marketplace important? Well, if we're inviting everyone onto the platform for free, and we're bringing everyone through this process, it stands well to reason that the people, the traffic that goes to this website is not only A, high, but B, receptive, because this is going to be them. Therefore, they're going to look at yours and see how it does, right? So since it's my buddy's birthday, I believe this is Leon. I hope so. If it's not, I'm going to be quite embarrassed, right? So this is a blurb of the company. This is the logo. And let's go take a look at the website, right? Press the wrong button. Let's go look at the website. Please tell me. Okay, perfect, it is. So this is what his company does. This is all the different offerings. And this is about Leon, right? So his company, amongst others, are going to be on this marketplace. This marketplace is going to be able to be sorted. Now, mind you, again, this is the first week it's out. There's going to be really cool stuff, drop-down menus, company of the day, filters, blah, 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 blah. Also, remember, all the people that come onto the platform, we have are all opting in. So what's beautiful about the platform is that everyone that does something is also their own self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So if someone comes onto the platform looking to be a business, they are acting as unique and strong traffic for everyone that's already on it. Therefore, the numbers multiply very quickly. So when this is, hundreds and hundreds of business, you could sort it, you could look at it, we'll highlight them, et cetera, et cetera. Sounds cool, right? Okay, well, let's continue. After a business being with us for 60 days, which is their onboarding period, because we want to make sure that we get to know the businesses really well, they then get graduated to Rhino Traffic, which is our most premier offering. And again, it's free. What Rhino Traffic is we're going to build your business its very own mobile app. That mobile app introduces you to a very, very large audience. This is your mission statement. This is your value proposition. This is your quarterly update. This is your top product, number 2, number 3, and a little blurb about who you are, why you're Rhino, and why you're inviting others to be part of Rhino as well. You see that we send out emails every day. You see that we're on this live every day. We're also going to have a function on all of the apps which are coming out of a 30-second required watch, where it's going to be me introducing a company a day. It's going to be me directing the traffic to go ahead and then download that company's app. And because we're all in this together, as long as the company speaks to something you're looking to do, all right, I'm interested in this stuff, let me go download that app. It allows us to build an economy of us. We're bringing in us, we're promoting us to businesses, and we're recommending and suggesting us to our businesses. Effectively, what we're building is a community that, because it's so vast, with no limitations, no red tape, completely free, and we're doing all the work for everyone. Like, we're a well-funded company. We're not charging anyone for anything. We want to build the community, because here's why. When we build the community and we have members and businesses, and members are graduating to businesses, then we have a lot of commerce going on within our community. Now, what's our community? It's the 99% of the population that has decided they want to turn their back on the 1%. That's a lot of people. How do we go ahead and prosper from this? How do we make sure that everyone in the community is able to say, you know what? We did it. We built a community, and we were effectively able to take all of that wealth back from the 1% and redistribute it back to us, because that's, that was our money to begin with. Well, here's how that works. And this is going to blow your minds, but it's actually quite simple. Okay. In January 2023, our platform is going to be solely transactional by Rhino Coin, which means you cannot purchase a single thing on our platform unless it's in Rhino Coin. Okay. Now, what did I just say? Everything that we're doing is free. So what do you have to purchase? Nothing. But all of the members that come on the platform that then go ahead and launch their businesses on the platform do have products that they do sell, which is fine. Everyone buys something from someone, right? Okay. So our members are going to buy product from our businesses. Those transactions are done in Rhino Coin. But let me rephrase that. They're settled in Rhino Coin, but they're not done in Rhino Coin. So anyone is allowed to purchase anything from anyone in dollars or euro, whatever the currency is. We are simply going to install a Rhino Coin wallet onto every one of our businesses on our platform. Excuse me. So what that means is every time a business does transaction, they accept the currency, and then it automatically gets converted into Rhino Coin by means of purchasing on the marketplace. Because January 2023, Rhino Coin will be a real coin. It'll be on the Coinbases of the world and the Binances or whatever. It'll be a free floating coin. Therefore, it can be purchased right away. Now, what happens when every business has to then go ahead and purchase the coin as a function of closing out transactions? I sold $100 in shirts. Now I got to purchase $100 in coin. That happens automatically because I have the Rhino wallet connected to my store. That means you have a level of buying on the coin that constantly supports the price, right? Because if every transaction has to buy the coin, what happens when there's more buyers than sellers, right? That's supply versus demand. We already know what the supply is. We're projecting demand. The supply is 1 billion coin. So now the question goes, how do you project demand to allow that coin to have a value, right? So if we say January 2023, this coin is going to be the exclusive means of transaction on the Rhino platform marketplace, and every transaction has to be settled in coin. Therefore, every transaction is automatic buying support for Rhino coin. We don't know what that value is, but we know there is a value. Maybe the Rhino platform does nothing and this value is 0. Maybe the Rhino platform is successful and this value is 100 bazillion, right? But the point is, we know what the value is today, 0. We know that the value of the coin is based on the business model and the projections of what we're going to do going forward, right? So because we know that this coin's going to have value, and we know that right now it essentially doesn't have value because it's not even created yet. It's not going to be distributed to anyone till it becomes a free floating coin in 2023. Then that's what's called an investment. We know that this value is going to be a number that's higher than this value. Therefore, what's that value going to be? Therefore, what can I purchase it at today that allows me to prosper by selling it then if I so choose to, right? That's called an investment. So the question then becomes, okay, I'm starting to get this, Ant. So how do we predict the value of that coin, right? Like I don't know how to do that. Okay, well, you got to know supply and demand, right? So if the supply is 1 billion, which is a very large number, but it pales in comparison to when you start talking about platforms, it's actually a very, very low number. Well, then what's the demand? How many people are going to be buying it? Well, how do I know demand, right? You have to know the members on the platform. You have to know the growth rate of that. You have to know the businesses on the platform. You need to know the growth rate of that. You need to know the average transactions, what the average transaction volume is, what's the adoption rate, what's the demand ratios, what's the growth rate ratios. It's a lot of stuff. And you need to know that like in the moment. You need to know it in the seconds because those things change every second. So you could do one of two things, right? You could say, okay, I don't really care to know any of that. I'm just going to trust this guy and it's going to go. Or you can say, well, if I knew all that stuff and I was able to monitor it second by second and actually see what my participation is to the value, well, then I'd feel very comfortable. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So if it's not a free floating coin till January 2023, and it's not really like, it's not even going to be distributed till then, what's the value of it today, right? Like, how do I get it? How do I buy it? Well, what is this? Okay, well, it's called a managed market. Rhino is going to manage the Rhino coin wallet. I mean, the market. In January 2022, that coin's going to be 2 cents. In February 2022, that coin's going to be 3 cents. In March 2022, that coin's going to be 4 cents. It's going to go up 1 penny every single month. Rhino stands and guarantees the market. What does that mean? It means that we're going to guarantee to pair buyers and sellers. It means that we're going to guarantee the value of the coin because we're going to issue the coin at a 50% growth rate of the actual platform. So if the platform grows 100% month over month, we're only going to allow the coin to grow 50% month over month in what we release. Therefore, the demand will always be twice as high as the supply, meaning the coin will always be fluctuating higher because the demand is higher than the supply. All right, that sounds kind of cool. So what does that mean for you, right? Like, so you could buy it at 2 cents, but how do you ever sell it? Okay, click Rhino Coin. So this gives a full synopsis of what Rhino Coin is, our white papers and stuff like that. This gives a little bit of a blurb of what I'm describing Rhino Coin as. Okay, so you want to buy Rhino Coin, you have some, FAQs about Rhino Coin. Okay, are you ready to sell Rhino Coin? Well, what's your name? What's your last name? What's your email? What price do you want to sell it at? Right? How much do you want to sell? I know that says tell. It should say sell, and we'll fix that. How much would you like to sell? Okay, I'm requesting to sell Rhino Coin. I understand the terms and conditions. Once you click here, you'll see it. I wrote them all myself. It's basically just a synopsis of what Rhino Coin is. You can read it yourself, but it's really quite good. It's very friendly. Why every time I do that? Okay, there it is. And then you go to submit, which means you could own coin today or in January or in February, and then immediately say, I want to sell it at such and such price on that date, which means you could guarantee yourself a level of profit. Now, Anthony, well, why doesn't everyone just do that? Well, everyone can do that. It's not like we're stopping anyone from doing it, but why would anyone do it, right? So yeah, you can make 100% of your money actually quite easily. In fact, you can make 100% of your money many, many times over. But are you missing the boat? Because what's the coin going to be worth once it is on the platform? Or once it's on the exchanges, on the Coinbases of the world? What's that number going to look like? We just talked about if we know the members and the guests and the business and the demand ratios and the growth rate, then we could kind of start figuring stuff out. Okay, so let's figure out what that is. See this right here, and again, we're on Rhino Coin. Let me just go ahead and click this. I'll bring it over to the chat so you can stay with me. This is something that I'm super, super pleased with. No one has ever done this, and you could go look and find that no one's ever done this. We're putting our entire projection balance sheet in the public atmosphere for anyone in the public to see. This is updated in real time and allows you actual calculations and projections over a 112-week span. It actually even allows you to input comments and concerns that we then go ahead and read and maybe make adjustments to. The point is, if the entire community advises on the calculations and projections while seeing in real time what the numbers are, then the entire community can go ahead and project and forecast what it's going to be worth. That's pretty cool. So this is really special. So here we go. Look at that. Number of weeks, traffic on the website, and this number is going to update as of next week. This is the first week. It was average 83 per day. Average number of people on the webinars, all of our presentations. Obviously, as this number increases, which it has, once this number increases and people see more and more people are, like for instance, if this number gets to like 10,000 and you're purchasing a coin or you're invested in a coin and you know that every single day that there's 10,000 people listening and watching you, then you're very well certain you're in the right place, right? Like there is a community, there is a growth, there is buying, there is an us versus them mentality, right? Number of Rhino platform members, number of businesses, number of transactions, total transactional volume, number of coin given to members that have earned it, 50 per month, blah, blah, blah. Number of coin that's purchased by members that are looking to invest. This number is real, 14,551,420 coin have been purchased already. What is the literal value of the coin? That is the weekly transaction volume divided by the supply, because that means that's literally what each coin's worth in 2023, because you need the coin to do the transactions. What's the demand ratio? That's the members' ownership plus the investor ownership, that growth rate divided by how much supply is there. Well, if 10 people want something and there's only one of it, that's a 10 demand ratio, right? Like we know that. What's the growth rate? What's our projections 3 months from now divided by what it is today? And what's the value of the coin? So what you'll see here is 2 cents, 3 cents again, because we're a managed market. We're guaranteeing that price. What you're going to find is a green line. This green line is January 2023. This number right here is $2.04 is what we project this coin to be worth in January 2023. Now you could take a look at these numbers and say, okay, I don't really know what Anthony's projections are, but they're very well calculated. Like this wasn't done on the back of like a cocktail napkin, right? Okay. As you can see, this number continues to get higher, and we're going to explain how that happens, but I want to show you something. At week 112, we are projecting the coin to be worth $132,397.01. Okay. How is that calculation happening? Okay, here it is. Weekly transactional volume divided by total supply. So the literal value of the coin, right? Multiply that by the demand ratio. How many times of people want the coin then it exists? Multiplied by the growth rate. How much is it growing over the next 3 months? What's it projected to grow? That's not, like, did I say anything that was out of the ordinary? Is that was so far that you would say, Anthony, that's not how you could value this. What is the literal value of the coin times the amount of people that want it times what it's projected to grow over the next 3 months as signified by what it's been doing for the last 3 months, right? Those are 3 very, very easy metrics to understand. That's what all of these numbers are, right? You're amazing, Mike. Now, this is the magic trick I want to show you because I need you to really understand the power of what we have in front of us. So you see this number as $132,397.01, right? Cool. See all these numbers up here? This is how it's all calculated. And actually what you would see is, this whole formula is then times 0.1, which means the actual number is 10 times what this number is. We're purposely trying to be as conservative as possible. This number represents only 10% of what we believe the actual number to be. And I'm not making that up. Take a look at the formula. Blah, 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 times 0.1. If you take out 0.1, this will be 1.3 million. But let's not get it carried away. 132,000. Here's the magic trick. Now, all of these numbers, Anthony, blah, blah, blah. Look at all these numbers. They're giving me a headache. I see that they're going up, but I don't really know how the hell that's happening. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Okay. So you see this number 460? This is how many members we project to have on the platform by the end of next week. Okay, 460. What if by the end of next week, we only have 100 members? See how those numbers change? So let's do it again. 460, let's say there's only 100 members by the end of next week. Wow. Now, you might not have seen every single number that changed, but let's go down to line 112. Line 112 now projects that coin to only be worth $6,582. How did that happen? You're telling me that because we got 360 less members than we expected in week 2, that week 112 just changed by a factor of 90%? Yeah. Because every one of these numbers is built on the next number, which means you do not have to look at projections and say, Anthony, you think you're so cool with your projections, but they might mean nothing. They might not be right. I don't care if they're right or wrong. I care that we're able to monitor exactly where we are every second of every day and have proper calculations to know exactly where we're going. That's what projections are meant for. I could go ahead and input these numbers, the real number, every single day. And once we have a month of these numbers in, we could actually see our organic growth rates, what we've been doing. Then we can recalculate the numbers underneath it to go ahead and match the numbers that we've been producing. Once we have a month in and a clear proof of the numbers that we've been generating, that's when we know without a shadow of a doubt the number that we're going to have 112 weeks from now. Here's the name of the game. This effectively is allowing us to finally capture the value of population, because we don't need to go to Target and say, oh my God, please, please, please put me on this stupid line so that these people could go ahead and make this much money. It's not okay. We've been taking advantage of everything's been taken from us for God knows how long. Enough's enough. What if we were able to be on a platform that was completely free, where all of the services were given to us, and those services included stock market research, healthcare, dating, all of these different things, but more so than that, allowed us a complete entrepreneurial path, allowed us to be a nobody, a Michael Smith, come onto a platform, work with a small business expert, have your site built for you, be put on a marketplace, have an app built for you, and have the entire community being suggested and recommended and patronizing you because you're doing the same back for them. You've effectively taken 99% of the population and said, hey guys, that 1%, go kick rocks. We could do this ourselves. We'll buy from each other. And because we made the coin, that's the asset that captures the power, the population, because every bit, like take a look at these lines, right? So what you'll see is this is the amount of members that are on the platform. This is the amount of businesses. This is the amount of weekly volume and transactions. Right? Okay. So let's go ahead in week, 25. The platform's doing $30,000 a week in transactions. The platform has 11,000 members on it, has 716 businesses on it. At this point in time, 52 million coin are owned by the members of the platform. 238 million coin is owned by the investors of the platform. This is the value. This is the demand ratio. This is the growth. This is the value of the coin. Okay. Nothing that spectacular. Week 25. Okay, cool. Let's go to week 70. 6 million people on the platform. 385,000 businesses are on the platform. 16 million is being done in weekly transactions. 1.3 billion coin is owned by the members. 9 billion coin is owned by the investors. Anthony, wait a second. I thought the supply was only 1 billion. It is. Take a look at the demand ratio. It's 11 times. 11 times the coin in supply is being demanded. And look, the coin value, if we're only 1/10 correct, is $9. Does somebody want to tell me what $9 is divided by 2 cents? Because if you could buy a coin for 2 cents in January, and in only 70 weeks from today, you could sell it for roughly $9. Do you know what your life looks like? Seriously. This isn't hocus pocus. This isn't magic. It's very simple. This is what I'm doing. I've determined and I've identified the power is in population. That if you have the population with you and everyone agrees to a goal together and everyone moves in accordance together and everyone could see the progress together and everyone has a vested ownership in that goal together, then the population multiplies the value because everyone's moving together. What's more valuable? 99% of the population or 1%? Because I can promise you, if you stop shopping at Target, do you think the CEO of Walmart's going to shop at Target and all of a sudden that one customer is going to keep Target in business? No. We have the power to change the world overnight. That's what we're doing. And I will be on this call every single day talking to thousands and thousands of people because this is what we're going to do. Sorry. All right. So how do you get in, right? So let's say you want to get the Rhino coin. Ardith, you're amazing. 450. Love it. So, okay, you want to get the Rhino coin. So here it is. Here's the link, the product page, and I want everyone to jump on. Let's do this together. I don't care how much Rhino coin you buy. If you don't want to buy any, don't. But let me make something very clear. This goal cannot be reached unless everyone participates together. I can't do it myself. I could lead, I could construct, I could structure, I could have a work ethic and an energy level and a guidance and a vision beyond anyone. But I can't do this myself. Everyone needs to own the coin, because you gotta remember, the coin that you purchase directly funds the company, which allows the company to do the marketing to bring the more people on. The more. And what are we talking about? If we're selling a coin at 2 cents, and then that coin ends up going to $9, $10, $15, $1,000, well, then everything is funded times a bazillion times. And everyone that's a part of it would change their net worth, right? So here we go. January, the coin's 2 cents, February, 3 cents. It's all right here. Obviously, didn't make any of that up. Cool. And January 2023 becomes the market price. You're able to purchase in $100 blocks. So look, Rhino, $100, and here's the quantity. You could press up, you could press down. So let's go ahead and say I want to buy 5, right? Okay, purchase. Now this says 15 because I purchased 10 yesterday. So you always want to double check. There's 5, right? 5 times 100 equals 500. Let me make sure this is a secure checkout. Oh, SSL secure shopping. Perfect. Now I know that I have secure checkout. All right, so let's check out. Okay, this is my information. This is my email. This is my name. You don't need to know my address. Here's the city I live in. Here's the actual zip code. And everyone that knows me knows this is my phone number minus the last 3 digits. So if you would like to find the last 3 digits and do it 999 times and try to figure out my number, cool. God bless, right? I'm just going to pick up and say not interested. I'll be like, I don't know who you are. And you'll be like, oh, darn it. You press continue. Free shipping, obviously, because upon clicking continue, you're going to get an immediate confirmation email of invoice. We received your invoice. Welcome to Rhino, blah, 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 blah. Then Monday, you're going to receive your certificates. Everyone that's purchased coins so far has received their certificates. It's going to be automated, but there's a lot of coding involved, so we've been doing it manually, which is why everyone received their certificates yesterday. And I would like to say that anyone that participates, we're going to make sure you receive it every single day by Wednesday. I believe it should be completely automated. Again, full transparency. We are moving so quickly every single day, but we have no intention of being like, oh, guys, we're not going to do anything until it's absolutely perfect. No, because you learn so much every day. I find that I learn so much every single day doing this. So as long as I make sure that all of us are taken care of, then this is cool. We're all in this together. This is all of our businesses. You own as much as I do. Continue. You put in your information. And then upon pressing continue, which I don't have my information there because these calls are recorded and like really, really well watched over like a bazillion different countries, you then receive your coin. Oh, that's what I meant to say. The coin is 1.5 cents. It's 2 cents in January, but what we wanted to do is make sure that everyone that participates between now and then actually gets the best offer. And it's not because I'm favoring you, but I do appreciate those that are with us from day one. And there will be a day, a year from now, 2 years from now, that we all look back and we're high-fiving and you're going to say something to me. Well, you'll say 2 things. Anthony, this was the most amazing thing ever. Thank you. In which case I'm going to say thank you because I'm not doing this myself. We're doing it together. But secondly, your greed's going to kick in and say, I really wish I bought more. And of course you're going to really wish you bought more. If you could have bought something at 1.5 cents and it's worth $100,000 2 years later, in what world would you not have bought more? So you're going to say, Ann, I really wish I had a time machine. And I'm going to say, well, I don't have a time machine. But because I know that's going to happen, we just did the time machine thing, right? Here we are. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to buy as much as you like. Now, this is going to be open. You could do this every day, so there's no pressure. Buy it, don't buy it, that's on you. But come January, it is 2 cents. Come February, it is 3 cents. Like, we're never going backwards in pricing, ever. I can't make this more clear. There's never going to be a time that's ever going to happen. So buy as much as you like. And if you did the math properly, that we have 14 million coin already purchased, that's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars of people buying. Meaning this is very, very well funded. And a lot of people did a lot of homework. So you're in good company. It's not like you're the first one to buy any of the coin. And that spreadsheet, you're going to be able to see every single day. You'll see how much more people buy it. You'll see the demand ratio go up. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to you one more time because I want you to purchase the coin. And again, guys, it's not like the coin goes into like my pocket, right? I'm not selling you baseball cards. It's not that I'm saying, hey, why don't you buy this coin and then I'm going to take it and go to Atlantic City, right? The money goes to fund the platform for us to do everything that we're doing. And here's the cool part. The more money that comes in allows us to do more stuff, right? More marketing, get more people on, do more hiring, which then supports the coin even further. So in its own self-fulfilling prophecy, you are being given the opportunity to go ahead and dictate your future by participating in it today. So when people, I just get frustrated. Like, I really, really never quite understood how people just think things happen. And I think that's the level of education that we're operating under, where people are like, oh, this is my life. This is the hand I was dealt. Can't do anything about it. I guess I'll just go with it. No, you can change your life any second, any day, and this is it. Not only do I want to change the life, I want to change the future. I just do. And if you think we're going down the right path where the media and everyone could tell you anything you want to hear, they could take things from you, they could put you in your house, they could mandate you to do things, you could lose your job because you didn't take a vaccination that they're forcing on you, and all of this other stuff, your accounts could be closed, open, shut down, arrested. If you want to continue living in that world, God bless, it's there for you. But you're going to have to pray that I fail because I don't like living in that world. And my kids are not going to live in that world. And anyone that completely forgets, does anyone know the amount of debt in this nation? It's completely baffling to me how our political class has done such a fantastic job of keeping our constituents and our citizens so dumb that they just go ahead and run on platforms of printing more money and giving them shit, while they go ahead and keep most of the money for themselves and their friends and their little C corps while owning the stocks of the companies that they're giving the money to. All the while, we're getting footed the bill that our grandchildren are going to have to pay when they become slaves to a nation state that doesn't have debt anymore because they can't issue it in an inflationary environment where the dollar is worth nothing. And I got to tell you, when that happens, if that ever happens, people will look together and say, how did we not see that happening then? Only if we had someone strong enough to stand up. Well, I don't need to wait for that moment to say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It starts today. It starts now. And if you want to be a part of that team, I want you to be a part of that team. Oh, okay. So, Ralph, the way the checkout works is so you go to checkout and you do the calculation yourself. I'm telling you right now, the amount that the purchase price is 0.015. So you're getting it at 1.5 cents. That allows you to say, okay, I'm buying 1,000 worth divided by 1.5 cents equals 66,666 coin. Now you'll receive a certificate that says that number. So you're going to get it. But in terms of how to calculate it, because we wanted to just do this very simply in $100 blocks to allow everyone to participate at an equal level at the very least. And that's also why there's a board that says the amounts, right? January 2 cents, February 3 cents, because when you make your purchase, it comes in dated and it comes in with an amount. Okay, Ralph purchased $1,000 at this date. Okay, well, at this date, the coin was worth this, 1,000 minus that equals this number, and that's a certificate you would have. So for your own calculation, you could use a calculator, but in terms of what's certified, you're going to receive that Monday on any coin you purchase today. I hope I described that right. And tell me if I didn't, because it sounds like you're right there purchasing, and I want to make sure that you're okay. Give me a thumbs up or something, please, 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 please. Absolutely. You're the best. I love you. Okay. So it's 12:49. I have not had a live that went less than an hour, and I'm really excited because this one went 11 minutes, less than an hour, but it will only do that if I stop talking. So I'm going to go And I sincerely love everyone. Thank you for being with us. And we're going to be back Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And these groups are I don't understand. Frida, what don't you understand? That doesn't make me. Frida is one of our favorites. She's from Israel, and she's like the sweetest lady you could ever speak to. And I just want to make sure she understands. Okay, Frida, stay with me for a second. I'm going to copy and paste this and put it into the chat. Upon clicking that, you're going to see this block, $100. You could purchase as many $100 as you like. The calculation for how much coin you're going to have is that final amount divided by 1.5 cents. So $100 divided by 0.015. That will be the number of coin you're going to have. You're going to receive a certificate with that amount. Every time anyone ever purchases, you're going to have a certified certificate from Rhino commemorating what you actually own. You have it, we have it. Also on the Rhino coin page, we're putting a public ledger up so everyone knows who owns what. And we're not putting people's full names and their addresses, right? Like no one needs to know that much information, but everyone should see a roster of others that own it. Because when you step into a company and you see 1 million people all have ownership in it, you know what you could think to yourself? Yeah, well, we like Anthony, but there's 1 million people that own this, and Anthony now better get it right, right? Like when you know that everyone is invested in the same route, you're no longer dependent on one person. And it's funny because when people ask me, Ant, you're the face of this thing, like whatever happens to you, what would happen? And I always say it's not that. We all own it together. I get I'm the face, but we're going to make that transition. And the way we're going to do so, it's coming. But while everyone owns a piece of it, now everyone's an owner of it. More so than that, I want to be able to bring people on. All right, and Leon's going to talk to everyone Tuesday, and Frida's going to talk to everyone Wednesday, and Laura's going to talk to everyone Thursday. This is a platform for all of us. I'm just the leader of it. I'm not the owner of it. And it's my obligation to you, to me, to our children, to everyone. Please, Monday morning call. Monica, you're actually on that. I checked. Frida, you buy in the amount of dollars, but the dollars are going to correlate with how much you want, right? So let's make this simple. Figure out the amount of dollars you want, and you just click it here, right? So Frida, you want to do, I don't know, say $300. By the way, Frida, we sent you a certificate. You actually own a lot of coin already because you were one of our first participants in Rhino Traffic. So if you want to do $300 or whatnot, you do it and press Rhino charge. I love Russ. Press purchase. Once you get to the next screen, you'll do the checkout, and then you'll be able to go through it. This amount right here, Frida, divide it by 0.015 because each coin is 1.5 cents, and that will equal the number of coin that you have purchased. Monica, getting back to you, sorry. I do have you on the Rhino Wealth call. You should be receiving the emails every morning. If you're not, it's going to spam because I did double check and it is being sent to you. So you know what? Monica, I'll email you personally Monday. The call starts at 9:30. I'll have that email out by 9, but I'll also send you one personally at 9:01 so that if you didn't receive the other one, just tell me and I'll make sure you're on it. Yeah, no, my pleasure. You're like one of our favorite people. In fact, little fun fact, Monica Warner is the first purchaser of Rhino Traffic. And she will tell you we have canceled all payments, we have compensated in coin, and we work with her on a daily basis. So I'm not just a pretty face, as they say. Okay, 7 minutes left, and I'm talking my time up. It's amazing. You're amazing. Frida, are you good? Tell me you're good, or else I'm calling Israel right now. I think Frida's good. She's really, really good. All right, guys. Seriously love everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye.